Chula Vista is the second largest city in the San Diego metropolitan area, the seventh largest city in Southern California, the 14th largest city in the state of California, and the 76th largest city in the United States. The population was 243,916 as of the 2010 census, located just 7.5 miles from downtown San Diego and 7.5 miles from the Mexican border in the South Bay region of the metropolitan area. The city is at the center of one of the richest economic and culturally diverse zones in the United States. Chula Vista is so named because of its scenic location between the San Diego Bay and coastal mountain foothills. Founded in the early 19th century, fast population growth has recently been observed in the city. Located in the city is one of America's few year-round United States Olympic training centers, and popular tourist destinations include Sleep Train, Amphitheater, the Chula Vista Marina, and the Living Coast Discovery Center, formerly known as the Chula Vista Nature Center. History. Early history. In the year 3000 BCE, people speaking the human language began movement into the region from the lower Colorado River Valley and southwestern Arizona portions of the Sonoran Desert. Later the Kumeyaay tribe came to populate the land on which the city sits today, who lived in the area for hundreds of years. In the year 1542 CE, a fleet of 3 Spanish Empire ships commanded by Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo sailed into San Diego harbor. Early explorations by Spanish conquistadors, such as these, led to Spanish claims of the land. The historic land on which Chula Vista sits became part of the 1795 land grant known as Rancho del Rey, the King's Ranch. The land eventually was renamed Rancho de la Nación. During the Mexican-American War, California was claimed by the United States, regardless of the California independence movement that had briefly swept the state. Though California was now under the jurisdiction of the United States, land grants were allowed to continue in the form of private property. The San Diego Land and Town Company developed lands of the Rancho de la Nación for new settlement. The town began as a 5,000-acre development, with the first house being erected in 1887. By 1889, 10 houses had been completed. Chula Vista can be roughly translated from Spanish as beautiful view. The 1888 completion of the Sweetwater Dam allowed for irrigation of Chula Vista farming lands. Chula Vista eventually became the largest lemon-growing center in the world for a period of time. 20th century. The citizens of Chula Vista voted to incorporate on October 17, 1911. The state approved in November. In 1916, the Hercules Powder Company opened a 30-acre bayfront site, now known as Gunpowder Point, which produced substances used to make cordite, a gun propellant used extensively by the British Armed Forces during World War I. Although the Great Depression affected Chula Vista significantly, agriculture still provided considerable income for the residents. In 1931, the lemon orchards produced $1 million in revenue and the celery fields contributed $600,000. The relocation of Raw Aircraft Corporation to Chula Vista in early 1941, just months before the attack on Pearl Harbor, changed Chula Vista. The land never returned to being orchard groves again. The population of post-World War II Chula Vista tripled from 5,000 residents in 1940 to more than 16,000 in 1950. After the war, many of the factory workers and thousands of servicemen stayed in the area, resulting in the huge growth in population. The last of the citrus groves and produce fields disappeared as Chula Vista became one of the largest communities in San Diego County. From 1960 to 2013, the South Bay Power Plant, a 700 megawatt four-boiler plant, occupied 115 acres of the Chula Vista waterfront. In 1944, the state of California attempted to seize land in Chula Vista owned by Kojiro Oyama, illegal Japanese resident who was then interned in Utah. Oyama was correctly charged with putting the property in his son Fred's name with the intent to evade the alien land law because Fred was a native-born citizen. The case went to the U.S. Supreme Court as Oyama v. California, where the court found that Kojiro's equal protection rights had been violated. In January 1986, Chula Vista annexed the unincorporated community of Montgomery, which had previously rejected annexation in 1979 and 1982. At the time of the annexation, the community was virtually surrounded by its larger neighbor. Over the next few decades, Chula Vista continued to expand eastward. Plans called for a variety of housing developments such as East Lake, Rancho del Rey and Otay Ranch neighborhoods. In 1995, the United States Olympic Committee opened an Olympic training center in East Lake on donated land. It is the USOC's first master-planned facility, and is adjacent to Lower Otay Reservoir. Camp Otay Weber. During World War I and II, the Army maintained a base on what is now the corner of Main Street and Albany Avenue. It initially served as a border post during World War I, and was re-established in December 1942. It was home to the 140th Infantry Regiment, 35th Infantry Division. The regiment conducted war games against the Camp Lockett-based 10th Cavalry, and were defeated. The base was closed in February 1944, and the division went on to see combat in the European theater. All traces of the post have since been removed. 21st century. In 2003, Chula Vista had 200,000 residents and was the second largest city in San Diego County. Chula Vista is growing at a fast pace, with major developments taking place in the Otay Valley near the U.S. Olympic Training Center and Otay Lake Reservoir. Thousands of new homes have been built in the Otay Ranch, Lomas Verdes, Rancho del Rey, East Lake and Otay Mesa areas. The South Bay Expressway, a toll road extension of State Route 125, opened November 19, 2007, connecting freeways 805 and 905 with State Route 54. On May 30, 2006, officials from Chula Vista and the San Diego Chargers met to potentially discuss building a new stadium that would serve as the home for the team. Yet, in June 2009, the Chargers removed Chula Vista as a possible location for a new stadium. In 2009, Chula Vista, along with 9 other second-tier metropolitan area cities such as Hialeah and Southern California's Santa Ana, was ranked as one of the most boring cities in America by Forbes magazine, citing the large population but rare mentions of the city in national media. A current development plan in Chula Vista is to develop the bayfront. Geography. Owning up to its Spanish name origins. Beautiful view. Chula Vista is located in the South Bay region of San Diego County, between the foothills of the Jamal and San Isidro Mountains and San Diego Bay on its east and west extremes, and the Sweetwater River and Otay River at its north and south extremes. In in South Bay, Chula Vista has a large footprint and, aside from South San Diego, it is the largest geographic entity in the region. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city covers an area of 52.1 square miles, 49.6 square miles of land, and 2.5 square miles of 4.73% of it water. Ecological preserves. Chula Vista has within its city limits the Sweetwater Marsh unit of the San Diego Bay NWR. It also maintains several city-maintained open space areas. Neighborhoods. West Chula Vista. The original Chula Vista encompasses the area west of Hilltop Drive and north of L Street. The community of Montgomery was annexed by the city after several failed attempts. In 1986, the community consists of most of the area south of L Street, west of Hilltop Drive and north of San Diego's city limit. East Chula Vista. Beginning in the late 1980s, the planned communities of Eastlake, Otay Ranch, and Rancho del Rey began to develop in the annexed areas east of Interstate 805. These communities expanded upon the eastern annexations of the 1970s, including the area around Southwestern College. Climate. Chula Vista has a Mediterranean climate which it shares with San Diego County. Demographics. The 2010 United States Census reported that Chula Vista had a population of 243,916. The population density was 4,682.2 people per square mile. The racial makeup of Chula Vista was 130,991 white, 11,219 African American, 1,880 Native American, 35,042 Asian, 1,351 Pacific Islander, 49,171 from other races, and 14,262 from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 142,066 persons. The census reported that 242,180 people lived in households, 656 lived in non-institutionalized group quarters, and 1,080 were institutionalized. There were 75,515 households, out of which 36,064 had children under the age of 18 living in them. 42,153 were opposite-sex married couples living together. 12,562 had a female householder with no husband present. 4,693 had a male householder with no wife present. There were 3,720 unmarried opposite-sex partnerships, and 502 same-sex married couples or partnerships. 12,581 households were made up of individuals, and 4,997 had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.21. There were 59,408 families. The average family size was 3.60. The population was spread out with 68,126 people under the age of 18, 24,681 people aged 18 to 24, 70,401 people aged 25 to 44, 56,269 people aged 45 to 64, and 24,439 people who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 33.7 years. For every 100 females there were 93.9 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 90.2 males. There were 79,416 housing units at an average density of 1,524.5 per square mile, of which 43,855 were owner-occupied, and 31,660 were occupied by renters. The homeowner vacancy rate was 2.4%, the rental vacancy rate was 4.5%. 143,330 people lived in owner-occupied housing units and 98,850 people lived in rental housing units. Late 20th century. In 2000, the city's population was 173,556. The racial makeup of the city during the 2000 census was 55.1% white, 22.1% other, 11% Asian, 5.8% of two or more races, 4.6% African American, 0.8% Native American, and 0.6% Pacific Islander. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 49.6%. Of these individuals, 28.7% were under the age of 18. In 1990, the city's population was 135,163. The racial makeup of the city during the 1990 census was 67.7% white, 18.1% other, 8.2% Asian, 4.5% African American, 0.6% Pacific Islander, and 0.6% Native American. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 37.2%. Of these individuals, 26% were under the age of 18. In 1980, the city's population was 83,927. The racial makeup of the city during the 1980 census was 83.1% white, 7.9% race N.E.C., 6.1% Asian and Pacific Islander, 2.1% African American, and 0.7% Native American. Persons of Spanish origin made up 46.6% of the population. Economy. Chula Vista maintains a business atmosphere that encourages growth and development. In the city, the small business sector amounts for the majority of Chula Vista's business populace. This small business community is attributed to the city's growth and serves as a stable base for its economic engine. Tourism. Tourism serves as an economic engine for Chula Vista. The city has numerous dining, shopping, and cinema experiences. As with many California cities, Chula Vista features many golf courses. Some of the city's notable attractions included the Chula Vista Nature Center, Otay Valley Regional Park, Sleep Train Amphitheater, On-Stage Playhouse, the Chula Vista Marina, and the U.S. Olympic Training Center. The Nature Center is home to interactive exhibits describing geologic and historic aspects of the Sweetwater Marsh and San Diego Bay. The center has exhibits on sharks, raised water birds, birds of prey, insects, and flora. Otay Valley Regional Park is located partially within Chula Vista, where it covers the area of a natural river valley. The marina at Chula Vista is located in South Bay, including multiple marinas and being home to the Chula Vista Yacht Club. Sports fishing and whale watching charters operate the regional Bay Area. The Olympic Training Center assists current and future Olympic athletes in archery, rowing, kayaking, soccer, softball, field hockey, tennis, track and field, and cycling. Chula Vista Center is the city's main shopping mall, opened in 1962. Top employers. According to the city's 2014 Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, the top employers in the city are culture, Chula Vista is home to Onstage Playhouse, the only live theater in South Bay, San Diego. Other points of interest and events include the Chula Vista Nature Center, the J Street Harbor, and the 3rd Avenue Village. Downtown Chula Vista hosts a number of cultural events, including the famous Lemon Festival, Starlight Parade, and Chula Vista Rose Festival. Sleep Train Amphitheater is a performing arts theater that was the area's first major concert music facility. On-stage theater stages high-quality productions, serving as a large contributor to the cultural arts setting in Chula Vista. Sports Chula Vista is the site of the Olympic Training Center. The U.S. national rugby team practices at the OTC. Chula Vista is also home to Chula Vista FC, which gained national attention with its 2015 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup run. In 2009, Parkview Little League won the 2009 Little League World Series, earning the nickname the Blue Bombers. In 2013, Eastlake Little League won the American Championship at the 2013 Little League World Series. Government. Municipal government. According to the city's most recent comprehensive annual financial report, the city's various funds had $322.9 million in revenues, $287.5 million in expenditures, $1,232.7 million in total assets, $258.6 million in total liabilities, and $181 million in cash and investments. Presently the City Council is led by Mayor Mary Casillas Salas. It has 4 other members: Patricia Aguilar, Pamela Bensoursan, John McCann, and Steve Meason. Politics. Following 2011 redistricting by the California Citizens Redistricting Commission, the city's federal representation was split between the 51st and 53rd congressional districts. In the California State Senate, the city remained entirely in the 40th Senate District. However, in the California State Assembly, it was split between the 79th and 80th Assembly districts. At the state and federal levels, Chula Vista is represented entirely by Democrats. In the state Senate, Chula Vista is represented by Democrat Ben Huso. In the Assembly, it is represented by Democrat Shirley Weber and Democrat Lorena Gonzalez. In the United States Senate, it is represented by Dianne Feinstein and Barbara Boxer, and in the United States House of Representatives, it is represented by Democrat Juan Vargas and Democrat Susan Davis. As of January 2013, out of the city's total population, 114,125 are registered to vote, up from 103,985 in 2009. The 3 largest registered parties in the city are the Democratic Party with 47,986, Republican Party with 31,633, and Decline to State with 29,692. In a survey conducted by the Bay Area Center for Voting Research in 2004, it found that Chula Vista had a 50.59% conservative vote compared to a 49.41% liberal vote. Education. The Sweetwater Union High School District, headquartered in Chula Vista, serves as the primary secondary school district. The Chula Vista Elementary School District, the largest K-6 district in the state of California with 44 campuses, serves publicly educated kindergarten through 6th grade students. Chula Vista is home to one of the 4 private colleges in San Diego County and is host to Southwestern College, a community college founded in 1961 that serves approximately 19,000 students annually. annually. The city has been trying since 1993 to get a state university located in the city. In 2012, the city acquired a 375-acre parcel of land in the Otay Lakes area intended for the development of a university park and research center, and chose a master developer for the project. State Assembly member Shirley Weber has proposed that the state open a satellite or extension campus of the California State University system at the site, with the hope that it will grow into a full university. Media. Chula Vista is served by the Star News and the San Diego Union Tribune. Transportation. Major freeways and highways. Chula Vista is served by multiple interstates and California state routes. Interstate 5 begins to the south of the city and runs through its western edge. Interstate 5 connects Chula Vista to North County and beyond to Greater Los Angeles and Northern California. Interstate 805 serves as a bypass to Interstate 5, linking to the latter interstate in Sorrento Valley. Interstate 905 runs from the Otay Mesa port of entry and is one of three auxiliary three-digit interstate to meet an international border. State Route 54 and State Route 125 serve as highways to East County cities via north and northeastern corridors. Notable people. Sister cities. Chula Vista has 3 sister cities, as designated by Sister Cities International.